YouTube, welcome back to Octavian's Rome, and I guess I have to say an obligatory what the crap's going on. So there's a lot going on actually. We just heard the announcement for the Wrath of Sparta campaign pack, which I really want to play, and I'm in the middle of 3 campaigns, so I'll kind of tell you how that's going to go down. And then also Attila is nearly upon us, and then I'm a little late getting this video up because last night I spent some time trying, failing, and then finally succeeding to migrate my operating system to my new solid state drive, and then I got my new RAM installed. Now you all probably won't notice a whole lot of difference in these videos from that. I am going to get a new graphics card though before Attila. Again, how much difference it's going to make, I don't know. It's mainly just to help me to have the best software so I can make sure, or the best hardware so I can make sure I'm bringing you the best videos possible. And recording and all that other stuff takes a toll on your system as well, so I just like to make sure that I have everything pretty much overkill in order to make sure that the recording process goes smoothly. Anyway, all that said, so my plan is it is time to knock out some of these campaigns so that we can get to some new ones before Attila comes out. And then once Attila comes out, there's still a ton of stuff I want to do in Rome too. But I imagine you all want to see Attila, and of course I want to show you Attila. So just as a quick announcement before I get this going, don't worry, there's going to be plenty of campaign in this episode. Just want to let you all know that I'm going to obviously give you a couple of options here soon to vote for Attila, like the whatever faction you want me to start with. And my plan is to bring out Attila videos either 4 or 5 days a week, and then either the 2 or 3 days a week to bring out Rome 2 videos for the time being. But of course I want to get to where we can revisit older Total War games too, like Shogun 2, possibly Medieval 2, any of those that you all want to see. Again, really depends on what you want to see. If you want everything to be all Attila, I will bring you all Attila. For me personally, I love this time period, and so it's going to be hard for me to leave Rome 2, even though I see a lot of the amazing improvements that are going to be coming with Attila. So that's just something I wanted to kind of throw out there to you. Now, in this video, you're going to see 2 comments from me, or 3 comments, I think, and it's going to be a vote for which faction you want me to play on the 16th when the Wrath of Sparta comes out. Don't worry, this campaign and the Macedon campaign will both be finished by the time the Wrath of Sparta comes out. That's why I'm here. I'm actually home from work at lunch recording this because I'm that serious about getting through it so you all can have a completed campaign, and I can try and bring you the new content as well. So go down there. I'm not going to put Sparta as an option for a couple of reasons. One, Lionheart played a grand campaign with Sparta and did a great job with that. And then I'm pretty sure that our YouTube pal Warrior of Sparta is going to be quite enthusiastic about this DLC and the opportunity to play as Sparta, and I'm quite certain that he will bring you some Sparta coverage. So we'll vote for one of the other factions, so I'll give you those 3 options. Let me know who it is you want me to play as. Anyway, let's get things kicked back off. So really, if we take a look at victory conditions in this campaign, I'm actually most of the way there. I own all the provinces I need to. I have 6 provinces completely controlled, and I have enough military units. I need a bigger navy, basically 2 more navies, or to increase the size of the existing ones. And then I just need to capture 14 more settlements, which is really not that much of a deal for me at this point because my armies are quite proliferate. I don't know the right word for it here, but I have a lot of guys, and it's basically leaving me in a great position to get this done. So I think the last episode we took Crete and Tingis, so we need to keep things rolling, and I really want to get Octavian across here, but the problem is there's kind of a large there's a large fleet from Antony's Rome here, and so it's going to make it too dangerous for me to cross the, is this the Ionian Sea, I think? Man, I need to go do a brush up on geography, especially if I'm going to get into this Peloponnesian War. And I think I want to go ahead and end a turn. I do, so that I can get the movement points back on all my men, and then we can get aggressive here on this next turn in. Demagogy, what is, I think I want to increase this one. It gives me the cultural conversion just in case I need it. I'm conquering a lot of Latin territory, so it's probably not a huge deal. Let's just make sure I didn't leave any potential for slums here, so I'm just gonna rocket through the provinces real quick, and I'm using the list again because once you start getting a lot of provinces, the little quick thing where I go flying through them gets harder to know when I've actually cycled through all of them, and sometimes I still miss stuff. So there we go, we're good. Let's end the turn. And we're going to need to finish off the guy Thule. There's 2 more potential provinces I can take from them. And then we're going to be storming into Asia Minor. And I'd like to get all the way to Antioch.
See little profit in further bloodshed.
Armenia wants a peace treaty.
With honor, but it is time to staunch deep wounds.
Yeah, let's take it. I mean, I don't see any reason why not. We'll allow Armenia to give peace. I want to say, I can't remember if they start out fighting with Antony's Rome or if they're one of their client states. I know Parthia is probably fighting with them. I just don't know much about the history of what went on during that time period in that area, so it would be hard for me to say. I'm also going to need to start building some fleets. That's pretty easily done, though, when the time comes.
As clouds gather, wise men look for friends to shelter them. In you, I believe we have.
The Roxolani want a military alliance, which is odd. I don't even think they own a province. I don't really see what the point of that is. So we'll go ahead and let this turn cycle on through. And I guess Thrace still has the one army in Asia Minor that we're going to need to handle. Political intrigue. Okay, nothing big going on there. So let's get down to the real meat of things here. I've got all these armies waiting to cross the Bosphorus, I believe is what it's called. Again, if I get these wrong, you can correct my geography. I'm happy to hear it so that I can remember. Let's actually take this spy and go get some line of sight a little deeper into enemy territory here. I don't see any particular threats there. And this Thracian fleet is not quite far enough north to block me from crossing at this point. So let's go ahead and get my troops across and attack the city. We do have enough movement points. There is quite a large garrison, though. So we're going to continue the siege at this time and then bring up some reinforcing troops. I think this army is probably... well, the one had some archers, which would be handy. That one has better infantry. This one's also got good infantry. I think we'll bring this one even though their cavalry is a little bit beaten down. This ought to be okay. We can now assault Nicomedia. And there is a pretty large garrison here, so I don't want to auto-resolve it just for the sake of auto-resolving. I don't really see how that would help us at this point. But let's go ahead and spend a couple of turns. Or a turn, maybe getting some ladders and stuff ready, so we will go ahead and continue the siege at the moment. And then the rest of these armies, let's just go ahead and bring them across. Again, I could easily auto-resolve it at this point, but I do want to at least have some fights with Octavian's Rome. And I have temporarily made peace with Pontus. There's this Horde of the Steppe faction that's out at Olbia. And we're going to need to capture more provinces, and so I may go after them eventually. But let's go ahead and go back down here and focus on the Gaiatuli at the moment, who are a bit of an issue. They actually took Cordoba from me as well. But we should be in a position to cross and take Gades, and I will auto-resolve this because there's very little to be seen there. And that's going to be full Imperium too, and thank goodness this isn't the old way things were done, or else that would definitely tip off a civil war. I should have raised this settlement. I keep making that mistake just by creature or habit kind of thing here where I forget. And go ahead and throw a mine down there. Okay, so yeah, it looks like Tingis is being developed quite fine. I'm going to put a garrison here because we have potentially other Gaiatuli forces who are going to try and face me down. And let's start moving this army down to Saguntum. It looks like the Gaiatuli are now starving. So that's going to be good for us. It's going to put us in a strong position. I need a fleet to come up here and take out Anthony's fleet. And this one has quite a few troops. Cortina is under my control, assuming that, you know, an enemy fleet doesn't try and make their way up to hit me, which they very well could. Let's go ahead and start marching towards Cyrene as well. Leptus Magna's quite upset, but we should be able to bring that under control. What temple? Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, we can keep that construction going. Yeah, that should come under control as well. Again, it's just a bit too much of a risk to put Octavian to sea with that large army, or large fleet nearby. I don't see that going well for me, and I do want to attack the horde of the steppe. I don't see why not, you know, why I shouldn't just go take their province. I am worried about this Pontic fleet being behind me. But since I need more navy... Whoa, what in the world happened to my income? Plus 30% corruption? Good grief. Well, that would explain where the corruption went. Minus 100 to diplomacy, so yeah, that's... Yeah, goodbye, income. I didn't need you anyway. Let's see what we can do to throw some more income in here. So let's build us a wine trader. And we'll go ahead and throw down an amphitheater. And then we can throw down a jeweler here as well. And just start putting in some of these buildings that'll hopefully drive my income back up a little. So we'll kind of focus on some of those buildings, get my income rolling, because I am going to need to have a navy. And it could just be winter time potentially affecting my income badly as well. It's quite hard to say at this point. I'm going to go ahead and trespass on the horde of the steppe. Don't really see why not. And militancy. Okay, let's go ahead and take this fleet, I almost forgot again, and see what happened. That Egyptian fleet is still down here. Let's put an attack order and try and catch them before they go and cause more trouble for me somewhere else. We should be able to end this turn, but we can issue an edict still, because the Imperium will have allowed us another edict to be issued. Rome is still on bread and games, and considering how much food I have at the moment, let's switch this over to a tax harvesting edict. And then let's take a look at some of these other provinces. This one does not have an edict issued. But Syracuse is also on a bread and games. Let's switch that over to tax harvest. At Brundisium, we could go ahead and issue a tax harvesting edict here. And how many edicts can we issue? We can issue 5. And let's see. Let's just start clicking into other provinces until I find the ones where we have edicts issued. And switch some of those to tax harvesting, as I think they would probably be more useful for me at the moment. Okay, that one's been switched to tax harvesting. Rome's been switched to tax harvest. Massilia is already on a tax harvest, and Bertigala is on a tax harvest. It looks like I've pretty well got them already set up. So that'll be good. That'll also help turn around my income a little bit. So let's go ahead and end this. I guess the corruption going up, it kind of makes sense. Larger empire, corruption goes up. Of course, you can do the research that draws down corruption, so you have ways of trying to counteract that, but apparently it's still going to play a big role in the end of the game. So Antony's Rome, not really doing anything of large significance. See what Egypt is up to. They're going to keep running away with that fleet. It's going to be really hard to catch it. They'll just probably sail around looking for a target of opportunity, but that's okay. We can chase them and try and bring them to heel. Galatia looks like they may be going for Gortyna. Judea wants a peace treaty. It's okay. Looks like some of these countries coming to their senses, and maybe we'll try and go ahead and open up trade with some of them who have made peace with me, if we can. And it looks like that small Thracian fleet's going to attack Antheia. I don't see how they could potentially be successful, though. So the attrition report. Interesting. Must be due to winter or something. That one was probably due to siege. That one would be winter. That one would be winter. Yeah, all those garrison armies. Okay, never mind. So we're good. I thought that was maybe affecting a lot of my troops. How did they actually take Antheia there? I guess I didn't have any garrison units to actually protect it. So let's go retake Antheia with this stack here. And this will give me a chance to destroy that small Thracian fleet anyway. So just retake Antheia. And we're going to again have to tear down all these buildings. That one's fine. And I'm going to keep some of these buildings that are boosting the economy. Yeah, my income did go up a little bit on this turn, which is good. And let's get in here into the diplomacy, see if there's any factions we can trade with. The Horde of the Steppe. I don't think they're going to be willing. Nah, none of these other factions have any trade I can make with them at the moment. Let's go ahead and take Nicomedia. We've got a considerable force in the area, and I mean a considerable force. So let's go ahead and assault. I could potentially starve these guys out if I had a fleet, but no sense in wasting that much time. I have enough forces that we should be able to overcome them. This army is armored legionaries, Praetorian Guard, Eagle Cohort. I mean, we've got lots of good troops here. Yeah, those armored legionaries with all the chevrons are going to be pretty nice. Let's actually go with the rainy weather conditions. Should prevent fewer flaming arrows being shot at my men. And let's split up our men. We can't actually get down from the wall there, I don't think, but at least we could capture that tower. So let's get our men lined up. I'm going to put 3 armored legionaries on this side of the gate. And then I'm going to put more infantry on this side. And the Praetorian Guard, other ones, let's bring them over here to support. Got some velites ready to absorb some fire if necessary from enemy skirmishers on the wall. Cavalry ready to look out for reinforcing navies. Let's get the battle kicked off. Yep, there's a reinforcing navy all over me. And it is a tower ship too, which means it's going to be continuing to fire stuff if I don't keep an eye on it. Which I sometimes don't. Yeah, let's get our ladders headed to the walls. Okay, so the enemy ships are coming ashore. I wish they would patch it to where the towers and the ships would quit firing once they come ashore, but I don't guess that's going to happen. Okay, all enemy ships are ashore. It's pretty amazing that I don't have line of sight on those guys coming off that ship. Yeah, all these guys are going to be forced to get off their boat. Okay, so let's see what they've got up here. They got some velites of their own. Velites, I guess I just said it like the AI did. I'm going to see if I can hit a few of them. And hopefully my cavalry can... Oh, those are veteran legionaries. Yeah, might want to get out of there. We're going to need to bring them down with a different unit. Please retreat. And those are also veteran legionaries. Well, I guess I should pay attention. I'm just used to like every faction having crap skirmish troops come off their boat. So didn't realize those were veteran legionaries. Let's see if we can pull them away from the arc of fire of the towers on those ships. There we go. So that should hopefully pull them in a better direction for me. My velites are likely not going to do any more good over here. And probably not a whole lot more good over here either. Let's pull them back. Okay, so the veteran legionary is coming after my Praetorian Guard. I'm going to countercharge. Got a lot of nice pillar throws. And let's see if we can speed the passing of these veteran legionaries over here. Dropping everything I can on these guys. Probably shouldn't have done it all at once, but nevertheless I did. You're going to need to get on the wall, please. I didn't give orders for these guys to finish getting on the wall. So I'm taking some unnecessary losses there. Okay, all my other troops are getting on the walls. Eagle Cohort can now rear charge. Let's go ahead and use the whip here, and then I've got second wind if I need it. And then all across the walls, the fight's commencing. I've got armored legionaries about to get on the walls over here. Let's get my velites out of there. Okay, I'm going to hit these armored legionaries again from behind. Use the whip, still engaged, so my Praetorian Guard are putting a very severe beat down on these veteran legionaries, which on this difficulty setting are going to be very tough units.
The men are wavering.
I've already got a gladiator unit going down to a legionary unit on the wall.
Withdraw!
So they died entirely.
Gladiators ready!
Okay, let's see. So we are starting to make a break over here.
Legatus! By your command!
Let's make my Praetorians fresh again.
For glory!
Okay, we're about to finish this off. So I've got a ton of armored legionaries on the wall over here. We can start collapsing in on the other side of these troops up here on the wall. And these gladiators ended up into a unit of velites. So they will succeed and then can crash into the rear of this other fight. But they are getting shot by a tower. So let's go ahead and crash in while we still can. And then let's focus our attacks on this unit here. Can't tell if we're about to have more Romans coming up or not. Okay, all this... Let's get these guys pulled back over here. We're going to need to go support this fight on the wall. So I don't know what's going on there, but my gladiators really need to get into this fight over here. And now they're there. So we've got my gladiators into the back of these units on the wall. That's going to be extremely helpful. And I'm questioning whether or not I should use Killing Spree. I don't want to get them tired, but I do need them to cause as much damage as possible. So I'm going to run into Killing Spree real quick. This tower is now going to be out of Antony's control. Let's bring up more reinforcements.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Okay, sweet. Good. Well, partly because I have a ton of troops coming in on the other side of the map, which are not going to be in a good position to reinforce because they don't have... because they do not have ladders.
We have captured
So there's
the
actually
tower.
still a good bit of fighting that's going to be taking place here. And that tower is now under my control.
Yes, Commander!
Let's actually force the fight over here.
At your service!
Let's start lining up more troops to hit this fight.
Orders!
And let's bring our general up here to support.
Heavy infantry at your command!
Just going to order my men up on the walls.
Cohorts! Hold position! Praetorian Guard!
Hopefully they'll successfully use the ladders here. Sometimes they struggle with ladders. But we'll see. Looks like they're going to do it. Come on, Praetorian Guard. Good. Alright, my general's now in the vicinity. I don't see any particularly weak Roman infantry at the moment. Let's see if any of my guys are tired. They're not. My armored legionaries are taking a beating in this fight, though. Again, it's mainly because of the difficulty. We can go ahead and second wind those gladiators to try and get a little bit more out of them before they die. Okay, my Praetorian Guard are now up the ladders. Eagle cohort. Yeah, these Roman troops have not joined the fight on the wall. They're actually just sitting down at the bottom. That's fine. We should be able to take care of them. And I've now got that fight so easily handled. I want to pull these guys into the back of those legionaries. And having the Praetorian Guard and other units up here on the wall ought to make this fight really start to sway in my favor.
We await your command.
And some of these Roman troops are starting to get a little bit shaky, so I'll try and drop a war cry on them.
Fight your way through.
Don't think Intimidate would do me any good, so probably shouldn't use it. And I'll wait till that group war cry wears off to use another one. So we actually did just collapse those Romans.
Hold position! Legionaries! Guard! New orders!
Alright, good. So we're collapsing the defenders' positions here, and we are taking some losses, but we should be able to recover from it. I've got enough armies in the vicinity that it should be alright. I may have completely lost a unit of gladiators. We can always grab some mercenaries real quick or something if we have to, but this getting into the rear of these legionaries ought to start to seal their fate here. And let's take the Praetorian Guard and crack use the whip on them. I should have the second wind ability ready to support them. Ah, I should have used it over here. Those guys just started wavering. But now these guys have gone into the red. And Praetorian Guard with use the whip now up to 87 attack. They've got 109 kills against extremely capable enemies. And again, the only reason this fight's still going is the difficulty level. Okay, these legionaries are holding out very stalwartly, to the point of annoyance, basically. They are going down very slowly. And my Praetorian Guard is now going to be tired, but we're going to wait until that effect wears off, this negative effect, because otherwise they'll continue to get tired quickly before we pop the second wind, and then that ought to get my Praetorians back into their most useful state of fatigue there. Okay, so more Romans have gone down. These guys are now definitely wavering. I don't have a war cry to nail them with at the moment. So what we're going to want to do... Are my guys throwing their javelins down from the walls? Good, they should be. So we're actually getting some initial kills on these legionaries. So let's take this Eagle Cohort, Praetorian Guard. Let's bring these guys down right here.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Let's bring these guys out right here too. So I'm going to start bringing my men down from the walls. I'm going to try and keep my general nearby where I can use his abilities to support this fight.
Legionaries!
So good, I've got men coming down off the walls here, so these Roman units are going to have to move to react where they're going to get outflanked, and then I've got other units coming down from the walls here, so should be in a good position to finish off the defenders at Nicomedia. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and attack these legionaries from the front here, and then charge from behind right here. We can now pull these guys off the wall. All these units are down. So yeah, these guys are not in a good position. They're going to now be attacked from both sides. That's going to start to hurt their morale pretty bad. And then again with my general nearby, I should be able to further demoralize them with some of these abilities. Right now the Romans' morale is holding. I don't think they have any abilities, but yeah, we are getting some very nice kills on the Romans over here, the enemy Romans. And I can go ahead and pop a group war cry and then try and use the individual war cry to finish them off. Just really trying to work on the morale of these guys. Yeah, these enemy troops are extremely resilient. And I can't really get around them anymore at the moment, because I'm getting hung up on them. Let's see if we can pull this unit out and get it out of formation attack and try and finish this quicker. Let's get these units down here as well. I'll just try and use weight of numbers here. Let's take one of these guys into the back of this unit. Take this one into the back of them. There we go. So now we should be getting attacked in the rear penalties on the enemy units. And let's get our general ready with the war cry right here. Let's see if we can kill that unit out. Oh, come on, do it. Yep, they're gone. How are these guys, like, I can't click an attack order on some of them. Must be something weird going on. These Romans are acting like they're trying to run away from me almost. There's 64 of them left, which is enough that they can put up quite a fight if I don't get over here and finish them off, and it's quite possible there's still some Roman troops left out at the victory point, which is right here. It's the thermal baths, so we'll be marching over there shortly. Okay, we can now capture the gate. So let's fast forward, take control of the gate, get all the rest of my troops up here. Oh, whoops.
We have captured a tower.
Probably don't need to do this. These guys might accidentally walk into the range of the towers.
Our general is under attack.
Why is my general under attack? Oh, it's probably this... Was it those boats over there, maybe? I have no idea. Okay, so some of my infantry are getting a nice and needed rest. Let's take a couple of these infantry units, come out over here, and then we're going to need a few more of them to go down these streets. And then this cavalry, let's start moving it forward as well. Or actually, I just pulled one of the cav units from over here. Once again, get them to sit still. Okay, I can already see a unit over here. It's going to be a veteran legionary. Let's go get in position to attack it from all sides. And over here I've got two pretty good shape armored legionaries ready to duke it out with these guys. Let's put them into formation attack just to hopefully make them hold longer. I thought I saw an enemy unit over... Oh, it's coming out in the streets over here. Against all my cavalry, which is not what I want. Let's take these armored legionaries and these armored legionaries here. And then we should be able to finish these guys off. No doubt the AI was probably going for my cavalry, which ought to just help me out here. But that armored legionary is a tough unit. And my men are quite tired. Let's bring my general up and see if we can get within range to drop second wind. Where'd my Praetorians end up at? Let's bring them up as well. Try and get my Legatus up here nice and close. That's this unit right there, that Eagle cohort, is the most winded. Okay, here comes the rear charge. Drop into the breach. Let's go ahead and war cry the enemy commander. Bring in a second rear charge. Use the whip. And I'm going to intimidate this general just to make sure he can't use any abilities. I don't know that he has any. And they've lost the victory point. So their units here ought to get killed quite nicely now, as they are completely surrounded. So here's my armored legionaries, who Octavian's using ahead of their time in history against the forces of Antony's Rome there with kind of the cool off-white colored shields. Now completely surrounded in the streets of Nicomedia, and they are going down, but holding out quite resiliently, actually, all things considered. It's the last unit on the map, and it's still not wavering, even though it's completely surrounded. Just to give you just some idea how tough these guys are. And I'm going to wait, see if we can get a waver out of these guys before I pop that group war cry. Might as well bring in the Praetorian Guard while we're at it. Yeah, these guys are starting to drop really hard again. Still amazing. Not even wavering. Completely surrounded. Last unit in the army. Not wavering. Incredible. There they go. That ought to finish them. So that'll be the end of the Antony's resistance in Nicomedia. One army took the brunt of the beating there, so while it's retraining, I have other armies that can move on. So that's going to be pretty nice to get that province captured. And apparently there are still some Roman units left hiding about the map, which is no big deal because in a matter of seconds I will take control of the city by a capture point. So not a particular worry for me here, so I'm just going to let the timer run out. No sense me going and getting shot up by I don't want to get shot up by enemy units or towers or anything else. So it looks like they had still a couple of legionaries. Good grief, that wasn't even all their defenses. Just to give you an idea just how tough the AI makes their units here. But again, I've just brought supremely better troops, which ought to play a nice role. Alright. So another major city for Antony is under our control, and his lands are quickly being consumed. All I ended up losing was a gladiator. That's fairly easy to recover from. There's already some nice legionary cohort unlocks auxiliary cav. That may be handy to keep. Avocati cohorts. I don't think I don't need any siege equipment honestly right now, and I'm gonna switch that over to an amphitheater. Other than that, that'll work for now as far as what we need to do with Nicomedia, and Anthea will quickly be under our control again too. So this army is poised to hit the Horde of the Steppe, and at this point, I mean, why not? Why not bring in the pain? Let's go ahead and start moving this army from Petrodeva as well. And we're going to declare war on the Horde of the Steppe, who are allied with the Roxolani. The Roxolani are going to join them with their once tiny either fleet or transports, whatever it is. These guys really don't have any serious defenses here, so this is going to be another province grab for us. The AI, though, if you think about it, while not perfect, they did considerably better on that siege defense. Now, granted, I could have probably brought a more potent offense, but still, not bad. I'm glad to see the AI making strides over time as far as getting better. Let's switch over to the civil settlement. Tear down some of those buildings. So Olbia is now in our control, and we can go ahead and start moving these guys up. So I'll have 2 armies to operate in the far north. And let's see, we've got another set of troops making its way to Cyrene. Numidia's already sieged Cyrene, though. And I would think Numidia's ownings would count for me, because I'm pretty sure they're my client state. They are. So any of their ownings should count towards my victory as well, which is pretty exciting. Is that a Galatian transport? Yes, that is a Galatian transport. Do y'all hear the cool news, by the way, that transport ships are no longer going to be able to ram, and whenever they release the patch that comes with the oh crap, I'm losing my train of thought here. The patch that comes with the Wrath of Sparta, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, that's pretty exciting. Really exciting. So I can actually make it all the way to Pergamum with this army, because I can walk across the city. And let's see. This might actually be kind of fun. I know y'all might get onto me for this, but I kind of want to fight this. I want to use my Amazonian riders to do some shooting and see if I can draw the Roman infantry out and charge them down. I've never seen this map. Is Pergamon a walled city? I think Pergamon, yeah, it must be a walled city here. If it is, I just made a huge mistake. I did. It's a good thing I get pre-siege ladders. Alright, so start the deployment. I was thinking this wasn't a walled city, my bad. Shouldn't have made this attack, but that's okay. We'll survive. Where's the, so the aqueduct up here is the victory point. Let's see if we can bust through to it. I'd like to get an opening at their gates. Let's see, not going to be good to attack from over here. That's insane. What the heck, all that stuff's on fire out here. This is kind of a cool city map. I'm not sure if I've ever seen this one. Okay, well, I need to quit being in awe of the city map because it's okay. And let's get some of these legionaries lined up here where I drop the ladders with my gladiators. Yeah, I can't, I mean I can get one, yeah, let's come from over here. We'll do this. We'll do 3 from over here, 1 from here. If I need to do anything there. Got my velites. Sorry, just kind of talking to myself, getting this all set up. So here's my spare infantry here. Got them ready to rock. Legatus, Lancers. Alright, let's start the battle. Yeah, I won't play all these little sieges, so, but at the same time I don't want it to just be me auto-resolving through an hour's worth of episode, just so that you all have to watch me auto-resolving. I know that could probably get lame. Okay, so the defense of Pergamon. Oh, there's a Roman ballista over here firing at my ladders. Let's see if we can go put some hurt on them. And they've actually hit my legionary cohort. And over here is a Roman scorpion. Not as concerned about it, but it could potentially do some damage. Off fire at will. Hopefully that's not actually damaging my ladder. No damage there. No damage on that ladder. Should be safe. I don't think it's damaging my ladder. I'm going to try and take out that Roman ballista real quick. I don't know if my javelins will actually be able to get an angle. No, and the ballista itself is going to act as a lot of blocking here. So it's really hard to get good javelin shots from below a wall for obvious reasons. Not getting any kills there and just losing Velites, so might as well pull out of that. What do we got up here? Legionaries, Vigiles. We should be able to crush the Vigiles, and then I'm going to unload this legionary cohort and go capture that tower. And then we're going to bring up reinforcements behind all these guys too. Gladiators up here. I'm going to keep all my horsemen at a distance for the moment. Let's go ahead and fast forward, get my men actually up on the walls, which we are very close to having. Wow, these legionaries are just getting slain by javelin and pillar fire. That's a gold chevron unit too, so I'm actually going to pull them back. I don't want to lose them. They're going to take more fire, but at least if they rout, I probably won't lose them altogether. I don't want to send them up on the wall and let them get completely annihilated. This unit also got torn up very badly by those legionaries. But unfortunately, they're going to have to go ahead and go up on the wall. That's also a gold chevron unit. That makes me sick. If I sit down there, the tower's just going to continue to finish them off. Come on, guys. Need you up here quick. My guys are getting torn apart. Is this tower firing into the back of me? No, it is not. Good, so I can ignore it temporarily. Or no, it is firing into the back of my men. That's also bad. Let's actually see if we can disengage and go get into the range of that tower. And let's bring up some reinforcements here. My gladiators up. The gate tower is about to finish firing, which is good. Just gonna get my men, try and get them going up the ladders. When you quick attack order, sometimes they don't go up properly. Have to keep an eye on my men. Yep, looks like they are. Good. I don't know if my two gladiators can take out these legionaries. This is actually going to end up becoming quite a difficult fight. But if I can capture this tower and then get some guys down on the ground, that'll make a big difference as well. So let's actually use these legionary cohorts to go support the gladiators. We'll run across and then just kind of do a holding maneuver here. That tower is no longer going to be firing into my back, so that's a huge gain. And honestly, I could just bring this legionary cav up here and dismount it and use it for extra numbers. I think I will. Yeah, now we're into the back of these units over here, and then I've got a ton of gladiators coming up front. So we might be able to mob these guys with numbers. But, I mean, these legionaries are going to be superior units to my gladiators. And then let's bring this unit down off the gates. Yeah, come down right here. So that's going to help me out a lot too. Let's bring all these horsemen here, because I still have some other horsemen I can ride into the city with if I need to. Let's bring my general up too and see if we can offer some support. I was a little bit slow to do that already. Yeah, those legionaries are coming down. Does my general have second wind? He does. Okay. Need you over here. All the horsemen, go ahead and dismount. Really trying to focus over here on these Legionaries, and they are killing my gladiators and doing a pretty good job of it. But I've got them surrounded. My gladiators gonna get a little boost from Killing Spree, and then I'll use Second Wind to help one of them. And I've got more armored legionaries there.
Legionary cavalry! Melee cavalry ready.
I'm gonna start bringing my legionary cav up on the wall.
Romans ready for duty. Defensive positions.
Okie dokie. So let's see how we're doing against these legionaries here. Taking quite a few losses. They must have other... Does it show towers on the map now? No, it's showing their Roman Bastion Ballista units. Okay, legionary cohorts.
Melee cavalry. Legionary cavalry.
I'm gonna get attack orders into the back of these legionaries. And then... Well, I can't select that unit. There should be 4 units of legionary cav in total. One of them has gone over here the other way. That's why I can't find it. Let's get up there and attack them. Okay, these legionaries on the wall are definitely suffering.
By your command.
Gladiators. Did I lose another legionary unit that was on the wall? Because I had one up there a minute ago. I either can't see its banner or it's lost. Nope, there it is. Its banner was underneath the tower. Okay, so the gatehouse is actually going to be mine here momentarily. Let's bring in our mercenary Sarmatian horsemen and get ready to go see what the Romans have left at the aqueduct and see if we can pester them. All that is unusable terrain, unfortunately. It'd be kind of cool to get in behind there. Okay, momentarily, these legionaries ought to give way. They are massively outnumbered and backed up against the edge of a wall, so not really sure how they're still protecting themselves. Got all kinds of units facing out. Okay, they're wavering. War cry. There we go. So now the gatehouse is going to be mine. Oh, don't shoot, Amazonians. Save your shots. Switch to heavy shot. We're going to go do some damage. Yeah, do not waste your ammo. That Roman Scorpion may still have ammo. Can't tell. But one way or the other, I'm not overly concerned about it. Okay, the gatehouse is mine. We got an enemy spear unit coming in on us, which is a Vigile. I'm going to try and lure it away a little bit. And it's going to capture the gatehouse from me, unfortunately. But we should be able to sandwich this Vigile and get rid of them quite quickly. Yeah, the gates are closing. So I'm going to have to finish killing the Vigiles, but that shouldn't take long. They are quite a crappy unit and utterly surrounded. So not sure why they sent them piecemeal. Yeah, those guys are destroyed. And then I'm going to recapture the gates again.
We have captured the
Okay, the gates are mine, so I'm going to go ahead and move my horsemen into the city.
Under attack.
That must be that scorpion that's up on the wall or something. Let's send a legionary cohort up here to destroy it. And here we go. I want to go ahead and ride on up to the aqueduct and see what's up there. They have quite a few bastion defenses in this city. There's only 2 men in that Roman Scorpion unit, and they're now being advanced on by a legionary cohort, or at least what's left of a legionary cohort. I would say it was once a cohort. Don't know that it is anymore. There was a Roman unit I saw up there, so let's get our bow ladies up here. Okay, that Scorpion, that Bastion unit's gonna die now. That one guy left up there, he's like, please don't kill me. But he's dead now. Let's see what they got up here. So they got a veteran legionary. And now they're probably gonna chase me, which is actually gonna work out good. I'm going to go into fire at will and just stay out of their pillar range. Let my Amazonian riders pepper them with heavy shot. Said I was going to stay out of their pillar range. Not quite, I guess. These Romans have some good arms. I'm going to try and lure them away from their position up here and just make them keep following me while I pepper them with heavy shot, which will eventually take its toll. And then if I can, I'll lure them down here to where I can sandwich them between two armored lancers, basically. There we go. Looks like they got some more pillar shots on me. That's... will live. Just keep the heavy shot coming. I should be riding just outside of their javelin range. The Romans only have 40 javelin range. Now they're going to try and run away, so absolutely come back and shoot them in the back. No, too close. We've taken out 11 of these veteran legionaries here with the heavy shot, which I would say that's worth it. Come on, angry horsewomen, keep firing. Take these goons down. Oh yeah, just got a nice volley there. Alright. Still peppering these veteran legionaries, and they are following me, which is definitely going to lead to their destruction, but turning around is also going to lead to their destruction. This is a cat and mouse game that they just really can't and shouldn't be involved in. Yeah, never mind. Go ahead, go this way. Yeah, I'm getting real nice shots into their flank here. And we now should be able to charge them with our heavy horsemen. So I'm going to get a nice charge from that direction. And then we're going to get a nice charge in from the other direction. I'm going to give my armored lancers a chance to apply their entire charge bonus. And the Romans are wavering, so I can't do flaming shot, unfortunately, but that got him. So the Roman general just went down. His men are still trying to flee in the midst of all my horsemen, so armored lancers delivered the death blow there. And there should just be one more Roman unit up here, and we can probably get it to rout pretty easily. What is it? Oh, it's a pleb unit. Says they're shaken. I can't imagine why. Let's go to the insert mode here. So the last unit of Romans in defense by the aqueduct is going to be these plebs, and they are going to get utterly annihilated. So another victory for my men there, albeit more costly than I would have liked from that garrison. But at least I got to use some of my Sarmatian units. That is going to be all the time I have for this episode, so that's going to bring us a couple of provinces closer to victory. We're not too far away. Those were some of the larger cities on the coast of Asia Minor, so the smaller ones will probably fall considerably quicker. So I would expect we're going to make nice progress in my next episode as well, which the next episode will be up soon, as I want to go ahead and keep these coming your way so that you can enjoy it. Anyway, HeirofCarthage signing off for now.